Hello and welcome to Ryzen 7 Gamer's first unboxing. I'm currently getting ready to build a new PC. I've built many over the years. This is going to be my first mini ITX. After reading and watching several other videos online, I settled on the Sliger SM580. Not too sure if this has been out for a while or if it's fairly new or what, but kind of ticked all the boxes that I wanted to do. I was originally looking at the Loc Ghost S1, but due to unavailability and the ability to purchase it, or drastically inflated prices on third-party resellers, I wound up going with this route. I ordered it on the 8th of November 2019. It shipped the 14th and it arrived to me here at an APO address overseas on the 19th of November. So honestly, that's pretty good shipping compared to some other places that I've ordered since I've been here. Anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, and that answers that question. It says plastic. I couldn't find for sure details on their website what these windows were going to be made out of. I ordered mine with the windows because I'm going to be building a custom water loop. So yes, I need air, but as far as side ventilation, it's not that important for me because my video card is also going to be water cooled. But it didn't say on their website, I may have missed it, but it didn't say on there what the material of the window was going to be made out of. But on here, it's got a nice warning. It says, this is a plastic window, extremely sensitive to marring. So, yeah, got to be careful of that. It's packed with this expanding stuff. Doesn't really look like I'm going to be able to reuse the box. I mean, I'll be able to, but these are all going to be custom to however it was sitting in there. So it's going to be like remembering how to put it back together. You know, like I won't be able to put, well, maybe, who knows. But, you know, some cases when you can keep the box and then you can reuse it for moving or shipping. Or whatnot. So let's go ahead and get this lifted out. Oh, wow, it's really light. I knew it was going to be light, but not this light. Alright, so where do I want to go from here? It's got lots of Carla. Yes, I will enjoy. The final check was completed by Carla. Had a little smiley face on there. Who knows if this will show up. It'd be nice to have another body or a clicky to do some other stuff with the camera. Overall impressions? Oh, wait. Oh, button. Not as nice as my case has. Maybe it'll actuate better once I get it out of the actual plastic. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Now I ordered this kit with the bifurcation that they offer. So I have 3 PCIe expansion slots on here. I do not like that button. Maybe I'm just spoiled. My K-Slabs button was on point. I did not order the top handle. I didn't like the look of how, if it would be sitting there. Sure, it'd be cool to just grab it and go. But it's going to be pretty much stationary, and this is going from the K-slabs to this, I'm not saying it's a downgrade, but it's definitely a big size difference. I had a MH10 with a pedestal prior to this, and this is really really tiny. I will leave the plastic on the windows for now, but here's the I/O cutout for the motherboard, as well as the 3 expansion slots. Now, I did have to do a lot of research on my own to actually find a motherboard that came right out and said that it supported PCIe bifurcation. And the only one that I can confirm in the X570 chipset, which AMD is going to be a Ryzen build, was the Gigabyte AORUS G1 Wi-Fi. It's the only ITX X570 board that Gigabyte makes. So that one straight up says in the manual that it supports bifurcation. So that's the motherboard that I've got on the way. These edges are kind of sharp. See how these come off. Do they pop? They look like they pop. Oh, they pop like K-slabs. I could just pick this whole thing up and just flip it. I really hope you can't hear the washing machine in the background. And if you can, I apologize, and I'll do my best to knock it out after I figure out how to edit a video. So there's plastic on both sides, protective plastic on both sides of the window, so that can stay on there until the build is complete. Now let's see here, what side did I open up? This is the motherboard side that I opened up. This is a spine system, from what I gathered, reading around on SFX forums and whatnot. Sandwich, I think that the term is sandwich that is used to describe this style of case. Same style as a Loke. And I think the Dan case is not. I think the Dan case, the video card goes like this, and it's the width of a card. And then the radiator would go up here on the Dan case. Ooh. Man, that is disappointing. I don't know why I'm so disappointed about a button, but you know what? Almost $400 I spent for this. I mean, a nice button would be a little bit approved. I did opt for the newer style I/O, although I do not think the motherboard that I purchased supports this fancy USB 3-point fill-in-the-blank, gen fill-in-the-blank. The standards are always going this, that, or the other thing. But that's alright, I can always set that aside for future use. You know, you spend this kind of money on the case, you're going to keep it for a long time. Overall impressions, the not a lot of flex. We're getting there. Once these panels come off, it might introduce a little bit more. Panels, 4-panel. That's what you would expect. I don't know if this is going to... The only part that they said was steel, if I remember right, is the interior spine section, and all the exterior parts are aluminum. So I'm going to say that this is aluminum on the outside of this plexi. I'm assuming it's plexiglass. But this is what I'm talking about, where it's sharp. I mean, it's precision. Everything matches up real nice, but it's a hard 90. A little bit of rounding might have been nice on there. Set that to the side. So this right here is what made this case really stand out to me. The fact that I can put 2 PCIe devices on a single X16 slot off the ITX motherboard. This was the only one that I could see that came with a cable to make all that possible. So that way I can have a GPU and 10 gig networking. Because the motherboard, 10 gig has not become commonplace enough that it would filter down into most consumer boards, especially in this form factor. So for those of you that, well, I'm learning myself as I go, but from what I got, PSU goes in here, comes down, there's a nice big cutout right in this area to help with the cable management. This really, it says it will support a 280 mil rad in the top. Now granted, I've never worked with 140 size fans and rads before. Maybe it's because there's a panel on top of here. It's going to be interesting to see what a 280 rad and fans. I'm just looking at the inside. The inside does look a lot bigger. Does this pop off? Again, sharp corners. Does it pop? No, that looks like it is bolted in. But this is just meant to be a quick unboxing. So plans that I have for this system, custom loop, 280 rad in the top with a Ryzen 9 3900, and couldn't swing a GPU with this rebuild, so I'm just going to be reusing my 1080 Ti. It's fastest GPU I still got floating around. And then that Gigabyte motherboard. I'll throw a parts list of what I'm going to be going for. And then as well as a Alphacool Eisbaer Solo is going to be a pump block combo. That's what I'm going to use for the basis of the case a little bit. Or the, I believe it's like a C13 plug would hang just flush mount on the back of the case. And this, I'm talking about in this area right here, right above the I/O. And the reason they offer different ones is because depending on what you have for a graphics card, if you have the cable hanging out, you can have a taller card that would be, say, taller than your PCIe slots. Most Founders Editions and everything, the card height is going to be the same as your PCIe slots. But when you start getting to some bigger aftermarket cards, what did I have for a big card? Once upon a 980 Ti from EVGA, the classifieds, they were very tall, and then you throw some water blocks on top of them. That would be a very tight fit in this case, because the PCB would have stopped somewhere probably right in this neck of the woods, right where that power plug is. So that's why they offer the two different options to allow for taller graphics cards. As it is, it's going to be interesting to plumb with the water fittings. They're going to land somewhere up in this neck of the woods, because the card's going to go here. So water fittings here, and fan and radiator is going to be hanging down there. It's going to be a challenge. I'm looking forward to it. I'm no rush to finish this. I've got other systems I can use. Yeah. Can't think of anything else. All right. Thank you. You have a good day. And once again, this is I'm assuming it's pronounced Sliger SM580. Have a good day, and like, comment, subscribe, fill in the blank. New channel, new guy, just wanting to share stuff with everybody out there on the old interwebs. See ya.